What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to answer the question, what are the best health and fitness apps so that you can get better results in your body? All right, guys, as we dive into this question of what the best health and fitness apps are, I'm gonna give you three main ones that I use on a daily basis that really summarize the big categories that you need to be using data-wise. There's tons of other ones out there. There's tons of great tools, but I'm gonna give you the three that I recommend for our clients. We've helped thousands of people, so we've got a pretty good data collection of what works, but what I also use for myself and how I've stayed in such great shape with crazy busy schedule and all the responsibilities that I have. If you have these three tools, you should be able to get great results too. All right, let's talk about number one. Now, number one's kind of a hybrid. It's not only an app, but it's also a wearable device. This thing I'm wearing right here, this is a Whoop band. I don't have any affiliation, I don't get anything from this. I'm just a big fan and it's why I wear it. Whoop is a really cool wearable device that not only tracks your data. It will tell you your sleep quality, it will tell you heart rate variability, it will take you, your skin temperature. It gives a whole list of information that's really valuable, but it also gives AI generated coaching on what you should do with that information. For example, it'll tell you based off of how much output or how much movement you did during the day and how that compares to your sleep quality and your recovery, what you should do the next day movement-wise. So it's a really cool tool to show you like, hey, are you recovering enough? Are you getting enough sleep? Is your body starting to get sick? All of that data compounds and it really allows you to make really good decisions. I'm a huge proponent of getting as much data on my body as possible. This is why we recommend for all of our clients to get testing done, which by the way, if you wanna know how to get testing done, DNA, blood work, hormones, and you wanna know how to do that for yourself, there's a free resource that I've included at the bottom that I'll tell you more about later, but if you wanna check out that resource, go to the description down below and check out how you can get testing done for your body. But I'm a huge fan of getting data, and Whoop is one of the best tools out there to get data on your body. Again, on your sleep, on your recovery, on your training, and it gives you tons of feedback on how you can begin to optimize that. Number two, and this honestly is the most important. I love Whoop. I love the other app I'm about to explain as the last piece too, but this one is the most important because your nutrition, the foods you put in your body, is the most important thing for your overall health. The fuel that you put inside of your body is really the foundation of everything else. If you don't eat the right foods, you don't eat the right amount of foods, doesn't matter how much you work out, doesn't matter how much you take supplements, it doesn't matter how much cold plunging you do and all those other things, if the foundation of your food isn't in place, it's gonna be really hard to get good results. And so the number two app that I would recommend, and this is really the most important one, is MyFitnessPal. This is a tool that we recommend for all of our clients. I use myself personally as a way to track the foods that I'm eating on a day-to-day basis. Tracking is such a vital thing so that you know that you're not guessing. It can be really easy to think, hey, I'm eating enough protein, but if you're not actually tracking it, you don't know. And I'm not saying you have to track for the rest of your life and you forever have to use this app, but at least for a short period of time, you need to get an idea of what the foods you're putting in your body are doing to your body. When you track that, you can actually see that of how many calories am I actually intaking on a daily basis? How much protein, how many fats, how many carbs, how many nutrients am I getting? Because you might find, if you're like me, that you're either eating way too much or nowhere near enough of what you actually need. And so I would highly recommend downloading MyFitnessPal because what it does is gives you a visual representation of the data of the food you're putting in your body. And it's actually really simple to use because you can go to a restaurant and search, hey, I'm eating at Cheesecake Factory and I'm getting this pasta, and it'll pop up and tell you exactly how many calories and what's in that food. Or if you're at home and you're making something, you can scan the barcode and it pops up and tells you exactly what's in it. Once you've done that for a little bit, you're now armed with that information of what am I actually putting in my body? Because if I have that data, I can now make decisions. So that's number two, is get MyFitnessPal so you can control the foods that you're eating. Okay, so the third app that I would recommend is having a training app that will actually tell you what to do with your workouts on a day-to-day basis. The app that I use, the app that our clients use, is actually called the Starting Line app. That's our company, and it gives our clients their specific workout training programs for that day. Shameless plug, if you want access to that, there's a link below that you can purchase it. It's super cheap. That way you can have a customized workout for your body and your goals. That app, or having a training app like that, really simplifies your life. You don't even have to use ours. There's plenty of others out there, but it's so important that you have a step-by-step program to follow so you don't just show up in the gym and guess. You don't show up, what am I gonna do today? No, you have a customized program that you can walk through daily. If you have a plan, it's much easier to get results. One thing I always love to say to our clients is if I fail to plan, I plan to fail. If I don't have a process to follow, I'm setting myself up for failure. Those are the 3 apps that I would recommend if you want to really accelerate your results in your health and fitness. Is 1, Whoop. This is a great device that tracks your sleep, tracks your recovery, tracks your overall output on a day-to-day basis and your health. Number 2 is MyFitnessPal, so you can track your nutritional intake on a day-to-day basis. And number 3 is a training app like the Starting Line app, so you know what to do workout-wise. That's really the trifecta of health and recovery, nutrition, and training. I'd love to know though, what is your favorite fitness app? Leave below in the comments some apps that you've used that really work so that others can get information from that. I'd actually love to learn too. I have 47 wearable tracking devices I use, a ton of apps. I'd love to know some good ones you've used. If this is valuable for you, like and subscribe. The last thing I want to give you is a free resource for your workouts. If you don't want to pay for an app right now, if you don't want to pay for anything like that, I'd love to give you a free training program. And so the ebook that I've included in the description below will actually give you a bunch of free workout programs that you can follow right here, right now, so you can get started with your health and fitness. Hope it's valuable. See you in the next one.